Welcome, everybody, to the Spring 2017 College of Education Convocation. My name is Craig Kennedy, and I am the 15th Dean of the college. The college was founded in 1908 to bring teacher education to the state of Georgia. Since then, we have flourished, grown, and matured as a college. We currently have over 4,200 students and annually graduate 1,100 individuals who go on to careers in education, mental and physical health, and human development. Our college has 7 programs that are ranked in the top 10 nationally. In these rankings, our college is equivalent to Ohio State, Vanderbilt, Wisconsin, and Penn State in our number of top-ranked programs. Our faculty bring in over $15 million a year in research support, and the college contributes more than $80 million a year to the economy of Georgia. I would like to begin today's convocation with an introduction of our platform party. I would ask that each individual rise when I introduce him or her to receive our appreciation and applause. First is Dr. Sylvia Hutchinson. Dr. Hutchinson is Professor Emerita in the College of Education and an individual who has contributed to the growth of the University of Georgia in many ways. Dr. Hutchinson will introduce our convocation speaker. Our convocation speaker is President George Hind. Dr. Hind is president of Oakland University and a former professor in the College of Education. We are very pleased that Dr. Hind could serve as our convocation speaker today. Finally, we have Dr. Ann Marcotte, professor of communication sciences and special education and department head of language and literacy education. Dr. Marcotte will read the names of our graduates. Now, let me turn to my remarks. As Dean of the College of Education, it is my distinct pleasure to preside over today's convocation ceremony. It's a celebration of how our university education can transform people's lives. Graduates, please stand. Today is your day, and we all applaud you, class of 2017. Graduates, your accomplishments we are celebrating today have been assisted by many people in your lives. Your parents, grandparents, siblings, partners, friends, and others. Please give them a round of applause. There are over 220 faculty members in the 9 departments of the College of Education who have taught you and mentored you. Everyone here, please give our faculty a round of applause. We also have many wonderful staff members in the College of Education. These individuals, often without your knowing, have been instrumental in helping you earn your degree. I ask all of us to thank the staff in the departments, student services, information technology, library, and many other areas. Graduates, this is a day of celebration for your passion for learning and for helping others. Convocation is a time-honored ritual that marks all that you have accomplished thus far in your lives. Please, make sure and enjoy this moment. It occurs once in a lifetime. And now, it is my honor to introduce Dr. Sylvia Hutchinson, Professor Emerita of Higher Education and Reading Education at UGA. She received her bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees from the University of Georgia and joined the faculty in 1978. She served as coordinator for a number of faculty support and development programs, including initiatives in the Terry College of Business, Franklin College of Arts and Sciences, and the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Dr. Hutchinson retired in 2002 after serving in multiple administrative roles in addition to her faculty responsibilities, including coordinator of the Postdoctoral Teaching Fellows Program, as well as Associate Dean for our College of Education. She most recently served as coordinator of the peer counseling team in the Center for Teaching and Learning. And she continues to mentor and teach honors, graduate, and first-year Odyssey students. Hutchinson also mentors new students in the UGA Freshman College Program and the Coca-Cola First Generation Scholars Program. Dr. Hutchinson, please come to the podium and introduce our convocation speaker.
Good evening. Introducing a speaker is sometimes an onerous task. Trying to winnow down the accomplishments of an important individual who's been chosen for this evening, finding the most appropriate comments can be difficult, and that's certainly true tonight with our speaker. So I'm going to choose only 4 descriptors for Dr. George Hine. And my first statement to you about George Hine is to introduce him to you as Professor Hine. For me, he is first and foremost a professor, a teacher. He's a fine researcher who's made many and substantial contributions to his field. But he's a researcher with an eye to informing and investigating with his students alongside the learner. His research and service inform his teaching. George also appreciates those who taught him, and he's quick to give due to his mentors and professors. He often mentions it from his undergraduate days, the importance of Dr. Holland. You didn't know I would know about that? His psychology professor and department head at Pepperdine University. Dr. Hine is a caring teacher. Second, George is an administrator. After 25 years of service here at the University of Georgia, he left to continue his service at other institutions. He's held many administrative positions, department chair, division chair, school chair, and then associate dean and dean, as well as vice president and provost, before becoming the president of Oakland University. From Athens, Georgia, he's traveled to posts in Arizona, Indiana, South Carolina, and Michigan. So he's an administrator, an experienced one. Third, no matter where, and this may be the most important thing, so listen carefully to this. No matter where Dr. Hine attended college, whether it was Pepperdine in California, University of Guam, University of Northern Colorado, or where he taught, Medical College of Georgia, Arizona State, Purdue University, College of Charleston, or Oakland University. Hear me now. This is really important. No matter where he attended, where he taught, administered, or researched, George Hine is a bulldog. And fourth, in all these years, Dr. Hine has gathered students, colleagues, friends all across the nation. He's made friends in all of these places. But here in Athens at UGA, he's made lifelong friends, a raft of old friends, and now in this room, in this gathering, new acquaintances. Here is a large group of new students, Dr. Hine, for you to teach. We welcome you, Professor Hine, to your UGA 2017 class.
I do bleed red and black. Good evening, and thank you all for that very kind introduction. I'm very honored to be invited back to the College of Education to make some brief remarks at this extraordinary occasion. I want to thank Dean Kennedy for this opportunity to return to an institution that provided so many incredibly wonderful memories and opportunities for my professional and personal growth as a faculty member and as an administrator in higher education. I also want to acknowledge with appreciation the work of Nancy Butler, who helped coordinate my visit back to Athens. And to my most respected colleague and friend, I want to thank Sylvia for her willingness to make such an incredible and heartfelt introduction. Sylvia and I both were young professionals on the third floor of Adderhold Hall. We had an opportunity to watch each other's careers mature in so many different and perhaps even unexpected ways. Who would have thought decades later we would be retired from the University of Georgia and having an opportunity to address so many talented and career-ready graduates today? And finally, and most importantly, I want to thank my beautiful and very talented wife, Allison, who is a double dog PhD from the College of Education, and our two very beautiful and very smart daughters, Erin and Elise. Elise is going to be a 2019 dog-to-be, for supporting me in attending today's convocation ceremony. I love you and thank you for being here today. In addition to thanking Dean Kennedy and members of the Platform Party, I want to extend my best wishes and congratulations to all who are in attendance today. You, the spring 2017 graduating class, are fortunate to have so many parents, brothers, sisters, grandparents, friends, spouses, and significant others in attendance today. This is truly a time to celebrate, and I have every confidence that you will. I want to say coming back to Athens after leaving here in 2013 brings back many good memories. When I first arrived at the University of Georgia in 1979, a long time ago, the Adderhold parking lot was unpaved and ungated. The gravel that covered the parking lot would invariably find its way into your shoes as you walked from your car to Adderhold. There was no East Campus back then. Rather, there was a parking lot and one road that wound its way through oak trees. And then, of course, historians would appreciate this, there were the escalators in Adderhold Hall that connected the first 3 floors of Adderhold Hall. They were dysfunctional and were always in some state of disrepair. However, it was always a miracle that they somehow managed to work on visitation day during homecoming week. Never understood that. But I also have fond memories of my faculty colleagues over the 24 years I taught at UGA. Tom Reeves, Andy Horn, Jeremy Kilpatrick, and many others. We had the opportunity to work together and graduated so many talented and really extraordinary students. As I considered what I might say to you today, I realized how thankful I was to be asked to make remarks at this convocation. In so many ways, the opportunity to address you today has allowed me time to reflect on the meaning associated with the College of Education's Spring 2017 convocation. In a sense, today closes the circle from the beginning of your academic career to the point where you are qualified now to receive your respective degrees. That is the purpose of this convocation. It is closing the circle. So then tomorrow is the big day, of course. It will be your commencement. Commencement, a word that denotes a beginning. Tomorrow you will celebrate commencing the journey that will launch you into the realm of possibilities even you cannot imagine today sitting here. Before us today, we have students who will be receiving their undergrad or their university degrees that will qualify them to be teachers, counselors, allied health professionals, administrators. And with those degrees, they will pursue a career that may evolve as their experiences and opportunities of an ever-changing world are presented to them. As I considered the nature of most convocation addresses, I realized that many, if not most, were comprised of some kind of personal reflection from the person who was giving the remarks, some nuggets of advice or some inspiration. But I also realized that it should be thoughtful, if possible, meaningful, if possible, but above all, it should be brief. Just to make sure I was on the right track in my thinking, I asked Erin, our elder daughter, what advice I might give you. Her immediate reply kind of stuck with me. She said, "Always own a dog. You will never be sorry, and they will always be there for you." So I'm passing that on as sage advice. I'm sure that Elise, our youngest daughter, who came to UGA in part because she could raise a puppy in the residence hall for the Guide Dog Foundation, would also agree with this advice of always own a dog. So there you have it. I could wrap up now, but I actually have a few more remarks to make. As I considered my own convocation as an undergraduate at Pepperdine University, I never would have dreamed of eventually becoming a distinguished research professor at the University of Georgia, let alone becoming a president of a research university in Michigan. Having gone on a journey that I never envisioned for myself, and I will say others may not have envisioned for me as well, there may be some thoughts I might at least share with you as you go forward in this next stage of your life. I will tell you three things. One, first, be open. Be open to advice others may give you as you embark on your journey. Sometimes that advice may serve as a reality check, and it did for me. Second, be aware of opportunities that may be casually presented to you. If you weren't paying attention, you may miss an opportunity. If in doubt, if it sounds exciting, take advantage of unique opportunities as they emerge. And third, as you grow and mature, be open to the realization of what is unique about you as an individual, that will enable you to pursue your passion. And by doing so, you may not only change the course of the lives of others, but you may affect the course of the world. With regard to being open to advice by those who are in position to provide advice and guidance, always listen, and if the advice is really framed as a possible wake-up call, pay attention. When I was in high school, I was not a very serious student. In fact, I was much more oriented toward cruising around Southern California in my 1955 cherry red Nomad station wagon and surfing up and down the California coast. If I wasn't surfing on the weekends, I was playing in a reasonably successful rock and roll band. Went off to college and continued my not-so-academic ways. However, as I took classes, I decided it would be wonderful to pursue study abroad experience, and I hope some of you have indeed done that. I submitted an application. About a week later, the dean of students said he would like to meet. Unsuspecting as I was, I went into his office and we had a very nice chat, but it turned out that I needed to have a C grade point average to go to study abroad. This was not good. I might add that this was a time that all males 18 years or over had to register for the draft, and it was during the Vietnam War. Since I was in college, I had a student deferral. The dean of students said I had another semester before a study abroad experience would commence, and that I really needed to get straight A's to go to study abroad. And I wanted to do that, but if I didn't do that, I would most likely lose my student status, my student deferral, and probably my study abroad would be in Vietnam and not in Heidelberg, Germany. That advice was definitely a wake-up call for me and changed me in ways that permitted me or positioned me really well for graduate school. I did receive straight A's and moved on. Not all advice is well-intended or even heartfelt, but if it sounds right, if it comes at the right time, pay attention to it, because often advice is well-intended. So be open to advice. You may recall that the second thing I wanted to mention to you is to be open to opportunities that may be presented to you in such a casual way that you might not appreciate the implications of that opportunity. After I got my grades up, to give you a small example, I went off to an outstanding study abroad in Heidelberg, Germany. When I returned, and after graduation, I taught elementary school while I was earning my master's degree in psychology. One day, a friend of mine, and this was such a casual conversation, it was in the hallway one day, mentioned that the territorial government of Guam was hiring teachers. Well, living in Los Angeles at that time was terrible in those days because the smog was often so bad that you would have a headache by midday. You couldn't let students out for recess because they would throw up. It was so bad. And I decided Guam sounded like a pretty interesting place. So I followed up, and it turned out to be one of the best things I ever did. I ended up going to Guam, teaching 4th grade in a small village of 300 people located on a bay where Magellan landed on his trips around the Pacific. I had an opportunity to live in a small village surrounded by a mile-wide lagoon, accompanied by an opportunity to immerse myself in the Chamorro culture. While teaching in Guam, another opportunity presented to me. The territorial government of Guam offered me the opportunity to work as a school psychologist in the public schools. Well, I enjoyed the experience of being a psychologist and working with so many different cultural and ethnic groups. But I soon realized I needed further academic preparation, so I pursued a doctorate. I had every intention during my doctoral program to return to Guam or some other equally exotic location and work as a psychologist. However, another opportunity, casually offered, was presented to me during my doctoral program. It eventually changed my entire trajectory of my own career and actually affected many other students. One of my advisors in my doctoral program asked me if I wanted to be involved in some research on how to help people quit smoking. I thought that might be kind of fun, and it turned out it was pretty fun. We ended up publishing our research, but I realized that following up on that one casually offered opportunity changed my aspirations forever. I found that by accepting that opportunity, casually noted, that one invitation alerted me to the fact that I really enjoyed the intellectual stimulation that we find in academia, the opportunity to investigate things, to seek answers, to contribute to knowledge. It was that one opportunity that set me on my academic course. I felt a commitment to pursuing a career in research. So in addition to be receptive to advice and wake-up calls, be open to unique opportunities, particularly at this stage in your life. I encourage you to follow your passion no matter what it is you are doing so that you may discover what is unique about yourself and how you can use your uniqueness to influence and impact others and thereby the world. After all, as Ralph Waldo Emerson said, what lies behind us and what lies before us are but tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Find your passion and use that, what lies within you, to change the world for others. Looking back on my career, I realized some time ago that when I was teaching elementary school, I was fascinated by the fact that some children, despite adequate ability, obvious intelligence, supportive environments, had a difficulty learning to read. As I entered my academic career, I found I had a passion for trying to understand the neurobiological basis of learning and behavior disorders. That fascination, that passion, fueled my research career really over a quarter century. By working with so many PhD students on our research, I came to realize that one of my own unique abilities was that I could help people. I could encourage them to do things beyond what they expected to do for themselves. In working with PhD students, that may have been encouraging them to present their research at a national conference or an international conference, or perhaps even pursuing a Fulbright, which several of my students did do. Not only did I seem to have a talent for cajoling, encouraging, and supporting students and others to do things that they maybe didn't even think they could do, I really realized that that was an ability I could take into an administrative arena, and I did. But that was what brought me joy as a major professor, and it is that same opportunity that I've had in various administrative positions. That is to encourage others to achieve more than they think they can through my guidance, my cajoling, my encouragement, my ability to provide resources. So I ask you, what is your passion? What is it about yourself that brings you joy as you consider the next chapter in your life? That is the challenge that you face as you move forward, as you commence really the beginning of the rest of your life at this commencement. I have no doubt that you will be successful. You will become leaders in your chosen fields as you find your passion and further develop your own unique character. Having said that, I would remind you of something that Johann Wolfgang von Goethe said. Treat people as if they were what they should be, and you help them become what they are capable of becoming. And finally, keep in mind that most often you will be changing this world. You will be changing this world one person at a time as you give them advice, as you maybe even casually mention opportunities. But remember, as Maya Angelou once said, I've learned that people will forget what you said. They may forget what you did, but they will never, never forget how you made them feel. So my advice to you is, always have a dog. If you can't have a dog, remember, you are a dog. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, President Hein. And now, we have the privilege of recognizing those of you who will receive degrees this semester from the College of Education. Some of you have earned bachelor's degrees, some have earned master's degrees, others have earned specialist degrees. Many of you have qualified for initial teacher certification, qualified to apply for licensure in professional areas, or added another area of specialization to your professional credentials. Many of you have completed original research in the form of an undergraduate project, an honors thesis, or a master's thesis. Many of you have provided important service to the community through your service learning activities, and many of you have accomplished all this while maintaining grade point averages high enough that you are graduating cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. Some of you have done this while working, while taking care of your children or parents, or while blazing your own trail as the first person in your family to graduate from college. All of you have worked very, very hard, and that's why we call it earning a degree. We are all very proud of you, and we are pleased to be able to recognize your work and your accomplishments here this afternoon. Normally, at this point, I'm supposed to say, please hold your applause until after the ceremony is completed. However, I've been doing this for many years, and I know that is not going to be the case. So please, feel free, with great enthusiasm, to make all the noise you want when your loved one walks across the stage. That's a good start, but introducing our graduates today is Dr. Anne Marcotte, Professor of Communication Sciences and Special Education and Department Head of Language and Literacy Education. Dr. Marcotte, please come to the podium.
We will begin our recognition of graduates this evening with the Department of Career and Information Studies, which includes programs in learning, design, and technology, and in workforce education. This department prepares undergraduates to become career and technical education teachers, while those completing graduate degrees typically assume leadership positions within the instructional technology units of school systems, governments, businesses, or industry. Career and Information Studies alumni also produce research and invent information systems with emphases on creativity and innovation for today's careers and for careers of the future. The graduates who are with us this evening from the Department of Career and Information Studies have both earned master's degrees in learning, design, and technology or in workforce education. Rachel Michelle Lehner and Corbett Sherrod Davis. Our next graduates have earned degrees from the Department of Communication Sciences and Special Education, which focuses on the needs of persons who can benefit from a range of approaches to teaching, learning, or communication. Whether they are continuing on to serve as early childhood special educators, to work as special education teachers, to complete graduate studies, or to work in speech-language pathology or audiology, or to contribute to their world in other ways. All of these graduates carry with them the department's mission of helping all persons become as independent as they can possibly become. Within the graduates from Communication Sciences and Special Education, we will first recognize one who has earned the advanced degree Specialist in Education in the area of special education. Kristen Hooks Baldwin. Next, we recognize those who have earned master's degrees, either in Communication Sciences and Disorders or in special education. Maddie Malloy Marks. Martha Banks Fay. Joanna Lisa Jernigan. Leandra Morgan Roberts. Christina Marie Bishop. We are also pleased to recognize a large group of graduates who have earned bachelor's degrees from the Department of Communication Sciences and Special Education, with a major in Communication Sciences and Disorders or a major in special education. Brianna Danielle Kelly. Melanie Joy Magazine. Molly Hannah Samuel. Madeline Ann Roebuck. Lauren Elizabeth McGrew. Jamie Kara Wasilewski. Abigail Faye Marie Ringer. Lauren Paige Matthews. Emily Nicole Setzer. Virginia Britton Caswell. Catherine Claire Price. Amanda Nicole Hand. Catherine Ann Speyer. Abigail Grace Wagner. Emily Susan Moore. Amanda Catherine Freeman. Lauren Suzanne Thomas. Anna Lee Bergdorf. Anna Grace Teague. Anna Worth Ellis. Anna Jessie Finnegan. Anna Marie Newton. Anna Preston Burkhalter. Hannah Rose Sumner. Jessica Lynn Herod. Allison Nicole White. Olivia Crystal Heaton. Casey Ruka. Kelsey Elizabeth Ann Landers. Sophie Rose McKenzie. Charlie Elise Jones. LaQuinta Sebriana Moon. Ansley Marie Brookshire. Kelly Ann Bollock. Emily Ann Lubatkin. Allison Nicole Majors. Samantha Jennifer Suss. Margaret Ellen Stevenson. Natalia Mejia. Caitlin Elizabeth Kiza. Danielle Lindsay Smith. Jennifer Nicole Smith. Kelsey Rose Brown. Christine Marie Ruger. Emily Ryan Kettleson. Emily Lane Givens. Jenna Marie Freeman. Heather Elizabeth Miller. Ashley Elizabeth Overstreet. Ashlyn Victoria Perry. Karen Marie Davis. Rachel Lynn Roberts. Rebecca Marie Sauls. Anna Catherine Stewart. Catherine Doris Crabb. Lindsay Elizabeth Gruka. Caroline Susanna Morrison. Janie Elizabeth Johnson. Mackenzie Smith Royals. Jenna Nicole Decker. Kate Alden Kimbrell. Bryn Holly Chappell. Ansley Cameron Arrington. Lauren Elizabeth Husney. Siobhan Rose Levy. Sabrina Laura Williams. Allison Michelle Stratton. Madison Nicole Howell. Chase Edward Kransline. Maria Elizabeth Harding. Sherry Elizabeth Sayavangsa. Courtney Elise Todd. Lauren Elizabeth Langen. Carly Erin McDaniel. Cassandra Christiana Russell. Brianna Guy Johnson. Alexandra Lee Clanton. Dana Ann Gardner. Alexis Nicole Pope. Carly Elizabeth Cogland. Miriam Elizabeth Turner. Adeline Joy Holloway. Emily Ann Dutton. Casey Marie Rayborn. Tiffany Marie Cash. Haley Suzanne O'Hara. Meredith Ann Towie. Mackenzie Ann McGraw. Ansley Elizabeth Jordan. Rebecca James Posey. Jennifer Elizabeth Titleman. Malia Paige Allen. Anna Marie Fink. Elizabeth Ashley Wall. Alexa Margaret Larsenese. Sydney Janine Boyum. Tessa Karina Trumbauer. Angel Renee Clark. Sydney Dawn Roberts. Jordan Rose Mecca. Jessica Michelle Kirsch. Elizabeth Anna Griffin. And Kelsey Wynn Jackson. Our next graduates have earned degrees from the Department of Counseling and Human Development Services. Consistently ranked among the few very best such programs in the country, this department has a rich history as a primary national, state, and regional training site for students who pursue careers in counseling and related educational fields. Graduates from Counseling and Human Development Services have all completed highly rigorous academic programs and contribute to their world as counseling psychologists, recreation and leisure studies professionals, school counselors, or college student affairs administrators, among many other ways. We are very pleased this evening to recognize one of the graduate of the Department of Counseling and Human Development Services who has earned a master's degree in College Student Affairs Administration. Sierra Darden. Next, we recognize the Department of Educational Psychology, which includes 3 degree programs: Applied Cognition and Development, Gifted and Creative Education, and Quantitative Methodology. Graduates of the Department of Educational Psychology serve our society as college teachers and university professors, educators of the gifted and creative, school psychologists, researchers, and test developers. Its programs are routinely ranked among the nation's top 20 by U.S. News & World Report, and the department is known for the high quality of its outstanding graduates. The Department of Educational Psychology is represented this evening by one graduate who has earned a master's degree in educational psychology. Lynn Marie Doster. Our next graduates have all earned degrees from the Department of Educational Theory and Practice, which includes programs in early childhood education, middle grades education, and social studies education. This department prepares students for careers as educators and researchers who focus on children and adolescents, their families, and their communities. The programs in this department routinely rank among the top 10 in the nation, according to U.S. News & World Report, and all of their graduates share the department's commitment to fostering equity and social justice in education around the globe. The Department of Educational Theory and Practice is proud to present several graduates this evening, beginning with one who has earned the degree Specialist in Education with expertise in early childhood education. Tabitha Moore Searmans. Next, we recognize graduates who have earned master's degrees in the Department of Educational Theory and Practice. Some have expertise in early childhood education, and some have expertise in middle grades education. Brittany Michelle Norris. Megan Eleanor Weems. Catherine Jane Butler. Annette Carla Naranjo. Jasmine Amelia Mustafa. Sarah McDonald Hatcher. Sarah Elizabeth Reck. Gabriella Ann Benton. Megan Elise Green. Kathleen Regina Crosby. Morgan Swan Waters. Jennifer Elizabeth Quire. Darby Elizabeth Smith. Amanda Taylor Solomon. Mary Soyun Yoon. And Zarina Maud Wafula. The Department of Educational Theory and Practice is also honored to present a large group of graduates this evening who have earned the degree Bachelor of Science in Education, with majors in early childhood education, middle grades education, or social studies education. Rebecca Brooke Dotterweig. Benjamin Jeffrey Bolander. Cody Harrison Godfrey. Francisco Fernando Ruiz. Elizabeth Karis Goddard. Catherine Caroline Gaffney. Emily Claire Booth. Sabrina Elizabeth Gibbs. Natalie Elizabeth Varkey. Ella Juliet Altman. Brantley Eris Collins. John Tyler Giles. Nathaniel Patrick Brooks. Brian Robert White. Colson Russell Belmore. Daniel William Parker. Zachary James Thompson. Austin Mark Thompson. Jackson Richard Smith. Robert Glenn Johnson. Cameron Stephen Abernathy. Cody Nathaniel Arrington. Brittany Marie Coppin. Elise Julianne Pardee. Victoria Ashley Ross. Kelsey Lee Scanlon. Min Ung. Heather Leanne Skelton. Emily Lauren Smith. Elena Marie Hogue. Sarah Michelle Caldwell. Michaela Christian Peoples. Cassandra Marie Peterson. Megan Diane Jackson. Braylee Marie Griffin. Anna Nicole Alexander. Evelyn Frances Brooks. Candace Emily Smith. Jordan Samantha Pitts. Lyric Lanisha Mays. Morgan Alexis Sab. Shanice Deandra Bond. Shelby Rochelle Casey. Annie Catherine Gaver. Danielle Yvonne Walker. Carly Renee Aiken. Jana Reinhardt Hubbard. Brooke Kendall Madsen. Laura Catherine Beck. Logan Emily Fetters. Allison Diane Struble. Heather Nicole Phillips. Rebecca Ann Briggs. Constance Abigail Bradley. Jessie Morgan Cole. Jessica Lauren Hauser. Catherine Dalton Van Bemmel. Heather Elizabeth Higuera. Elizabeth Lauren Jones. Susanna Grace Kendrick. Alexandria Jade Traylor. Sarah Estes Becker. Adeline Nicole DeVore. Ansley Morgan Watt. Bailey Aikio Suru. Megan Elizabeth Ellis. Sarah Ann Collins Hopper. Allison Brooke Hinson. Katie Jean Cruz. Taylor Lauren York. Blake Cabell Miller. Taylor Nicole Ruley. Amanda Lynn McGrath. Carly Rebecca Duke. Emily Nicole Gwaltney. Caitlin Mercedes Mitchell. Mackenzie Paige Maynard. Kaylee Myers Billings. Heather Nicole Long. Miranda Lanier Williams. Mackenzie Ray Cutright. Madeline J. Avaint. Sarah Bratton Carter. Caroline Christine Moore. Emma Merritt Wheaton. Lydia Cosette Barnes. Julie Ann Merriman. Catherine Caldwell Watts. Sarah Margaret Welsh. Madison Elaine Trammell. Jordan Claire Cowan. Hannah Catherine Theus. Brooke Ann Reinhardt. Lori Suzanne Mincer. Megan Ashley Nathel. Grace Marie Carpenter. Courtney Nicole Thompson. Sabrina Renee Mackey. Crystal Noreen Umila. Bianca Bobichenko. Sydney Nicole Ryan. Emily Elizabeth Wesnowski. Brooklyn Elizabeth Inez Boyd. Sophie Ann Sussman. Madison Nicole Calvert. Tatiana Marie Vincenti. Anna Catherine Jones. Carter Catherine Roberts. Lindsay Elizabeth Miller. Julia Casey Richardson. Samantha Allison Wisner. Savannah Lynn Suarez. Megan Camp Presley. Kendall Grace Holloman. Yuhua Yvonne Yang. Lauren Crane La Posada. Emily Catherine Hardy. Amanda Jessie Wilson. Odalis Lisbeth Guzman. Haven Lane Coker. Carrie Louise Atherholt. Ashlyn Meredith Liedberg. Madeline Joyner Meeks. Bailey Lane Terry. Elizabeth Marion Coram. Annie Zhu. Elizabeth Elena Griffith. Jenna Elizabeth Stewart. And Tia Michelle Duquette. Our next graduates have earned degrees from the Department of Kinesiology. The mission of this department is to enhance health and well-being for people throughout the lifespan through the creation, transmission, and application of knowledge related to physical activity, exercise, and sport. The department's bachelor's and master's programs prepare students for careers as practitioners in allied health fields, in teaching and coaching, and in sport enterprises, and for careers as scholars and researchers in higher education, government, and industry. The Department of Kinesiology is pleased to present several graduates this evening, beginning with those who have earned master's degrees in clinical exercise physiology or in sport management. Christopher Graham Suter. William Ashton Dooley. And Sydney Nicole Robertson. The Department of Kinesiology is also very proud of its many graduates who have earned the degree Bachelor of Science in Education, with majors this semester in athletic training, exercise and sports science, health and physical education, or sport management, or for some of them, the combination of both athletic training and exercise and sports science. Christian Escalera. Donald Joe Coffey. Anna Suzanne Kelly. Caroline Lansing Penland. Nicole Taylor McGarrell. Lydia Delaney Hartman. Jessica Lauren Baum. Bailey Jordan Croy. Sydney Ann Beasley. Kelly Lynn Thatcher. Brittany Christine McLean. Caitlin Nicole Sturgis. Madison Paige Tanner. Anna Catherine Pigeon. Haley Linda Abercrombie. Erica Haley Webb. Abby Catherine Booz. Emily Elizabeth Fancher. Rachel Marie Harper. Stephanie Laura Meyer. Lucia Della Lomeo. Casey Jean Shambach. Bria Michelle Williams. Natalie Paige Torrey. Jacqueline Macy Smith. Katrina Cindy Rushing. Jonathan Todd Wood. Alexandria Jordan Van Dyke. Diana Renee Springer. William Ryan Bray. Thomas Lee Graham. Carly Morgan Lanier. Emily Lashley Singletary. Amanda Michelle Jacobs. Lauren Elizabeth Franklin. Jordan Owen Williams. Elizabeth Ashley Floyd. Isabella Marie Haswell. Sarah Catherine Gilmartin. Stephanie Bridget Komorowski. Caroline Alice Stevens. Rachel Lauren Auer. Eric Alexander Cure. Chandler Suzanne Stevens. Emily Brianna Robinson. Leanne Elizabeth Grayson. Jessica Marie Prince. Bryn Elissa Joyner. Allison Lindsay Cheshire. Ebony Crystal Glasscock. Caitlin May Lunsford. Mike Mitchell Craig McCann. Catalina Silva. Alyssa Autumn Barcelona. Toriana Thomas Wilson. Philip David Panzer. Audrey Jewel Shelton. Gracie Marie White. Haley Catherine Abel. Victoria Simone Thompson. Mackenzie Ann Maston. Tatum Olivia Lamb. Emily May Harrison. Connor Alexander Jones. Callie Savannah Walraven. Meredith Ann Rhodes. Christina Lynn Danke. Brittany Monique Bagley. Claire Michelle Galbraith. Brittany Paige Lewis. Kate Whitley Anderson. Ava Motakef. Ellen Chong. Hank Foster Carlton. William Edward Johnson. Raymond Allen Waters. Gray Bittinger. Nathan Tom Schleiz. Ross Chandler Morris. Emily A. Blue. James Wood Tyson. Kara Rose Levy. Natalia Suzanne Daddiaco. Alexandra Michelle Young. Abigail Catherine Woodard. Abigail Grace Cavender. Caroline Amanda Malone. Nathan Joseph Massey. Malia Natasha Millman. Hannah Marie Hancock. Elizabeth Ann Sanborn. Christina May Chavez. Olivia Rose Spillane. Caitlin Ann Coleman. Ashley Taylor Workheiser. Courtney Rachel Cohen. Joshua James Otterline. Austin Frank Johnson. Landon Connor Hancock. Matthew Tyler Kearns. Quentin Spencer Mino. Austin Chandler Garman. Samantha Michelle Joe. Michaela Renee Sumner. Alyssa Marie Vinson. Taylor Ashley Albritton. Marcus Andrew Maloney. DeAndre Sherrod Robinson. Imani Selena Abrahamson. Brian Hui Huang. Andrew Nathaniel Gorski. Jackson James Servee. Mason Wesley Spratling. Andrew Blake Henney. Jessica Nicole Gilbert. Kimberly Nicole Blake. Jonathan Dylan Bailey. Evan Patrick Graybill. Gavin Addison Livesey. Alexander Deontay Patterson. Allie Elaine Revlogel. Grace Elizabeth Norden. Caroline May Clark. Brandon Garrett Hinkie. Kelly Elizabeth Doyle. Anna Michelle Fenstermaker. Christine Michelle Cook. Caroline Robinson Hurd. Morgan Simone Green. We now turn to the Department of Language and Literacy Education, which offers degrees and other programs in English education, reading, literacies, and children's literature, teaching English for speakers of other languages, and world language education. Through multimedia efforts in reading, composition, interpretation, and all other aspects of language use, The professionals in language and literacy education seek to provide learners and communities the tools they need to produce, access, and learn from written, visual, and spoken languages and related media at home, at school, and around the world. The Department of Language and Literacy Education is honored to present several graduates this evening who have earned master's degrees with expertise in English education, reading education, teaching English for speakers of other languages, and world language education. Darius Montez Phelps. Caitlin Elizabeth Cash. Nancy Davis Wiley. Dallas James Lowen. Sha Yu. Shanshisi Zhang. Lindsay Jana Coleman Taylor. Madeline Davis Teal. Lakin Elizabeth Arnett. Anna Sheehan Markwalter. Molly Puulena Tansey. Jordan Seth Warner. Alyssa Nicole Fontella. Christine Iola Shobawale. Jamie Danielle Griffin. Margaret Rose Verner. Joseph Wade Lynn. Richard William Armistead. William Lee Clark. Sean Michael Gorman. Becca Jane Andrews. Language and Literacy Education is also pleased to present several graduates this evening who have earned the degree Bachelor of Science in Education with a major in English education or a major in world language education. Gretchen Elizabeth Hauser. Alexandra Dale Rawl Mitchell. Morgan Ashley Shortnazy. Kelsey Michaela Underwood. Laura Marie Cooper. Catherine Starlett Jones. Amber Lynn Amerson. Michelle Toshiko Ridgway. Allison Marguerite Jabillion. Ariel Elizabeth Stone. Anna Dudman McCutcheon. Grace Elizabeth Babcock. Madison Lane Jones. Caroline Elizabeth Bedingfield. Frances Kate Wilson. Christina Marie Mastrangelo. Angie B. Hahn. Courtney Elise Hooks. Chesley Ann Jones. Kelsey Alyssa Rogers. Morgan Lisa Wilson. Allie Nicole Akins. Joanne Lou Ju Lee. Tequila Chantel Richardson. Tasha Alyssa Robinson. Leslie Anna Ware. Cassandra Marie Coberly. Sarah Reagan Comer. Kristen Ann Most. Lydia Pearson. Summer Lynn Willingham. Celine Ashley Maharaj. Next, we recognize graduates from the Department of Lifelong Education, Administration, and Policy, which includes programs in adult education, educational administration and policy, learning, leadership, and organization development, and qualitative research. The overriding mission of this department is to train professionals who will administer and improve the educational programs of Georgia, the Southeast, and the nation, based on rigorous evaluative techniques, whether those programs are focused on education for students in kindergarten through the 12th grade, or designed to provide continuing education for adults. We recognize one graduate from Lifelong Education, Administration, and Policy who has earned a master's degree with expertise in adult education. Janet Jones Lee. That brings us to our final department, the Department of Mathematics and Science Education. Graduates from mathematics and science education are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to be leaders in the arenas of instruction, curriculum, assessment, and policy for mathematics and the sciences, and for learners in preschool through college settings. Given the importance of mathematics literacy and science literacy in our society today, the faculty in mathematics and science education are very proud of the contributions the department's alumni will make through their teaching, research, and service in mathematics and the sciences. The Department of Mathematics and Science Education is proud to present one dual degree graduate this evening who has earned both a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in mathematics education. Rachel Elizabeth C. Schultz. And finally, we are very pleased to recognize this evening our final group of students, those who've earned the degree Bachelor of Science in Education with a major in mathematics education or with a major in science education. Jessica Nicole Ingram. Kirsten Laurel Bowe. Ansley Ray Carroll. Nicole Suzanne Riley. Jordan Tanner Benton Luster. Madison Ashley Wright. Rachel Ann Lindsay. Kara Elizabeth Colson. Christine Alexa Lopez Menendez. Jadzia Dax Hutchings. Hazel Rose A. Cece. Daniel Jacob Schoon. Clayton Barry Bridges. Adam Blair Kane. Justin Todd Lawrence. Jaquantus Alexander Printup. Christopher Patrick Innes. Allison Kimberly Bennett. Taylor May Mordecai. And Sahar Ahmad Khan.
Thank you, Dr. Marcotte, and members of the Platform Party. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our final speaker for the 2017 College of Education Convocation. Our student convocation speaker is Christian Escalera. Christian is graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Exercise and Sports Science. During his time at UGA, Christian served as the College of Education Senator for the Student Government Association, a member of the Arch Society, undergraduate research assistant in the UGA Biomechanics Lab, and fundraising chair for the Catholic Student Association. After graduation, he plans to travel and continue to be engaged in research before he attends medical school. Christian's dedication and drive for academic excellence exemplifies the best of the College of Education. Chris, please come to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Kennedy. Good evening, graduates, faculty and staff, family and friends. My name is Christian Escalera, and I'm here to say that even after accidentally walking under the arch as a freshman, 4 years later, I'm finally graduating. I am honored to represent the College of Education class of 2017. I think I can speak on behalf of all the graduates when I say thank you to all those who have supported us along the way. Being an exercise and sports science major, I was often told, I didn't know your major was in the College of Education. And I always like to respond, it sure is, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be graduating from a college that encourages us all to create our own definition of education, as we are all positioned to empower others and make a personal impact. With that in mind, let me tell you a story about a little third-grade boy. He came from a family of immigrants, and unfortunately his English was not the best. Because of that, he had a hard time communicating with others and only managed to have 2 friends, and one of those friends being his teacher, Miss Young. To him, Miss Young was more than just a teacher. She was his hero. Whereas others overlooked him, she saw an opportunity to inspire. During the school year, she encouraged him to read, challenged him to work harder, and was a devoted friend. When the year ended, the inspiration didn't end. On the last day of 3rd grade, she gave him a dictionary and an encyclopedia and told him to read them during his summer break to help with his English. And that's exactly what I did. Mrs. Young's encouragement pushed me to continue to excel in academic, and she is here today to watch me become the first in my family to graduate college. I tell you the story because just as Ms. Young did for me, each one of you has the power to inspire and positively influence someone's life, no matter what career path you pursue as you leave the College of Education. As educators, we are called to mentor, heal, and uplift the people with whom we interact. As future teachers, researchers, practitioners, sports administrators, and leaders, we have been charged with responsibility to serve others. For some, this means helping them overcome everyday difficulties. For others, this means helping them pursue their dreams. Regardless, this college helps us pave the way in pursuing our passion of pouring into those that we serve. So even though we are finally done with all our tests, our learning doesn't stop here. We are only just beginning to make a mark. We should be thankful for the opportunity to move on from here, while also remembering the guidance we received that allow us to grow at this institution. Larry Munson, the famous sports announcer, said it best, y'all. There is no tradition more worth of envy, no institution worthy of such loyalty as the University of Georgia. And now, as alumni, we should honor Georgia's legacy by answering the call to serve our communities. So after this speech, go ring that chapel bell and finally walk onto the arch, because we are all now college graduates of the College of Education at the University of Georgia. And with that, congratulations, graduates, and go Dogs!
Thank you, Christian. That was beautiful. Thank you again, families, faculty, and staff. Everyone has many reasons to be proud today and many reasons to celebrate. Graduates, you are now alumni of the College of Education. You are now a member of a community that includes 60,000 living alumni. Many of these individuals have gone on to great accomplishments and made important contributions to Georgia and the nation. We expect no less from each one of you. We look forward in the future to hearing with great pride about the impressive accomplishments and important contributions made by the class of 2017. Audience, it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2017. Now, let me call Mr. Escalera back to the podium to lead our new graduates in Calling the Dogs.
All right, if everybody could put your right hand up. Ready? Go Dogs! Sick 'em! Woo, 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 woo.
All right, everybody, class is dismissed.